Okay, I'm going to demonstrate something that I use that can put a lot of color into your musical statements. A lot of things, like let's take the example blues, which I dearly love. You'll see this quite often where here's like a phrase. That type of thing. I'm ending on the root. Ending on the root. Ending on the root. Or like this. Ending on the root. Now that works and it sounds wonderful and beautiful. But there's some other things you can do too. So I'm going to take an example would be, just comes to mind, Carlos Santana too. If you listen to his music, there's quite a attention paid to like the minor scale. And I'll show you what you can do with this to help like expand and create different sounds and tones. So if you take example the Dorian mode, the second mode of G major. So A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A. A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A. Now what I'm going to do is instead of playing the scale notes in order, I'm going to play every other note, in other words thirds. So I'm going to play the A, the C, the E, the G, then I'll have the B, the D, and in this right here, the F sharp. Now what happens is, instead of it being 1, 2, 2 is up an octave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 is up an octave, 6 is up an octave. So what happens is 2, 4, and 6 now become 9, 11, and 13. And those tones can expand the chord and they sound beautiful to you know, right away. It's like almost like a martial arts, cutting through, all right, and making a strong statement. So if you have like A minor instead of this, which I like too, also now you have, and what comes to mind is like Miles Davis. I would listen to the playing and I would see not always a flurry of notes, but something real succinct, real to the point, and it would just like cut, all right? And I was noticing it was a lot of those upper partials, or those notes, the 9, the 11, and the 13. So now when you play this, it's also a really good thing to just practice singing these. So what you end up doing is it's a good a way of developing your hearing. Okay, so here's what you do over the A. So that kind of thing sounds full, all right? And I'll give you an example too on, let's say, D minor. All right, so again, now it's in thirds. All right, so really what's happening is over the top of that D minor chord, I'm playing an E minor chord. So that right away, there's your 9, there's your 11, all right? So in that type of thing, you know, you could go through the cycle of fifths, and then it's voice training, ear training, okay? So, and you can do it in a major scale, which I would typically use the Lydian mode. So you would have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, sharp 11, 13, all right? That sound. For a dominant 7th chord, root 1, 3, 5, flat 7, then your 9, sharp 11, and 13. So that type of thing is really can add a lot to your playing. And what I mean by that is when you hear the chord, play one of those upper tones right away. So got to have some good stuff in this to create all kinds of warm and fuzzy vibrations, all right, so give it a try.